Hola, amigos. We are live in the place to be. I got a crazy shadow on my face from this L microphone. How are we going to do this? Bring it over. Just leave it right there. Yeah, we'll just leave it right there. Why not? Maybe just scoop my big butt back. How's everybody doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day. We have some St. Patrick's Day news, Amy. We have all of Transworld to talk to you guys about. And we're not going to do some little BS live stuff where, we're just not having real conversation about the way that it went down. So we're going to be talking about Transworld. We're going to be talking about all the Home Depot stuff that was released. We're going to talk about our St. Patrick's Day haunt that we went to and what is coming up. And also another place where you can watch us live on a different day. Bro. But Amy, who we got in the house?
All right, we have Spirit Hollows, Taron Tamarack, Brandon G's, let's see, Caleb Botswick, Ashley W, Canelo the Terrier, El Sideshow Haunts, Creepy Circuit,
Hey.
Vince Sampson, Halloween Collector, a Jemmy Collector, Mario Sonic Freddy, Wicked Weatherman, Haunted Ghoul, William Gaming, Flinch, Chris and Sophia is in the house.
Nice. Brandon G's
Animatronic
video
guy.
vlogs.
Animatronic guy.
Ashley Dub.
Oh, Squirrel Gone Wild.
Squirrel Gone Wild.
Haven't seen them in a bit.
What is going on, everybody? All right. So, first off, I hope that everybody's having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. It's probably the end of your spring break. I know it's the end of my spring break. Amy, end of your spring break?
Yep.
Yeah, I really no, I can't pull it down. When I pull it down, it makes that squeaking noise that makes everybody die.
Give a round of applause to our newest carny.
Shelly Beasley.
What is
Shelley
going on,
Beasley.
Shelly Bleep? Shelly Beasley? I can't talk. But yeah, so before we dive into all of the stuff we saw at Transworld, which, Amy, did you feel that this was one of the best Transworlds that you have attended?
I definitely had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Wasn't my question.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was really cool. I noticed that there was a
Round
lot
of
more
applause
companies.
To our newest carny.
Halloween Clown Guy.
What is up, Halloween Clown Guy? Thanks for subscribing, buddy. But I noticed this year that it seemed like there was way more booths of like animatronics or animations, as the professional haunters made sure that they let me know. I'm still going to say animatronics because that's what Walt Disney, the pioneer of what he called audio animatronics. That's what he called them. So that's what I'm going to call them. I'm not going to call them animations. Sorry, but I felt like there was way more companies that were releasing props and animatronics, and way more mask companies, I feel like, too, which is always great. It was just a fun time by all. But before we get into that, Amy, do we want to go ahead and hit that cure and No?
Man, let me ask you something.
You wanna know something about me? Ask me. I'm right here. What you wanna know?
Usually you're like finger on the button ready for the Q&A. I said cure and you're like, huh? What's cure and What's cure and So guys, if this is one of your first lives here, the way that we do this Q&A section, it's an Ask Me Anything. So you literally can ask me anything. If you at the Psychotic Circus of Savannah, it will pop up as a little bloop on the screen, and hopefully we can see it and get to it. But if you for sure want me to read your question, you can send in a super chat. And not only will I answer your question, but you'll get a dumb little dorky song as well. So
We do have a super chat, which we are waiting for it to come through. But I went ahead and clicked on the comment. So
All right.
Horror365 sent in a $4.99 super chat and said, it was nice meeting both of you.
Dude, it was nice meeting you. It was actually nice meeting a lot of you guys. So, super, super, super happy we were finally able to meet you. We actually met a couple people, which you can kind of see we got some, I had to start putting on some new artwork all up in these sections and down here in these sections. I had to take a poster down that used to be a Pennywise poster there and put up more art, and I still have quite a bit more that I was not able to finish just yet. But yeah, it was an awesome meet and greet type of situation at Transworld. We ran into so many people, other YouTubers, other home haunters, and it was just really cool to meet a lot of you and also hook you guys up with
Whoa! Your donation calls for a celebration.
whoop. We'll never, till the day I die, I'll never be able to push that up on time. But it was just really cool to meet a lot of you guys. If you were at Transworld, we probably ran into each other.
Yeah, it was super cool. So let's go ahead and do a quick song for Horror365.
Horror 365, here we go. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Horror 365, Horror 365. But what happens when it's a leap year? Still Horror 365. He has one day off, that's February 29th. But on the 1st of March, watch out, cause he'll scare you with a fright. Yeah, Thor 365. I said Thor. Thor 365. What if it was Thor 365? Instead of like a hatchet, he's like running around with like a big hammer. Thor.
Okay.
All right, what else?
All right. We did have a bunch of questions. Let me scroll back up. Oh, a really, really, really good question.
Really? What's
Halloween Collector reminded you to remind Brick Thunder, that he needed to give you a motor. And did you get it, Savannah?
Holla! I just got a dollar.
He ran downstairs. One moment. He has his hands full. Somebody said all you had. Oh, Squirrel Gone Wild said all you had to do was say yes.
He did. So we're gonna be. Oh my god. That I feel like I ran down the stairs and then like a dummy ran around the kitchen island and pinched Haley in the back of the arm just to do it. Oh, Haley, do you have green on? No. Oh, that's what the pinch was for. And but yes, he did bring me a motor to Transworld, so we will be doing our sutures unboxing and demo really soon. Someone's at the door. Who could it be?
I really hope it's not pizza. Okay, so while you were
They would have had to order that a long time ago.
While you were running downstairs to grab all of that, we did get another super chat. I'm gonna read yours, Ashley. Give me one moment. But somebody was asking, are you doing any giveaways? I did see your hands full.
So, not only do I have all that stuff that I carried up, which we'll get to. I got a bag here. I got a very heavy bag here. full of Transworld giveaways. So the answer is we do have a bunch of giveaways.
Yay. Okay. Let's get into Ashley's super chat. Let me put it here on the screen here. All right. Ashley W, $4.99 and said, just curious why you guys only went live one day during Transworld this year, but I'm really excited to hear all about it.
So we actually went live more than one day. Here on YouTube, it was one day, but we also tried out going live on TikTok the second day. And part of the reason we didn't go live the second day is our good friend and fellow haunter Brick was going live, and so we kind of had an agreement that, you know, I'll go live the first day, he'll go live the second day, so that a lot of you guys didn't feel like you had to be split up on who you were watching. But we did go live on TikTok, and that was
Whoa! Your
Oh.
donation calls for a celebration.
But that was really interesting, really fun, actually. But it was different because it wasn't kind of like the circle of family we've built here. It was a lot of new people to who we are and what we do, which I think was good, but it was just different, right? Would you say it was different?
I definitely think it was different. I feel like being live on TikTok, there were a lot of people that had no idea what Transworld was, no idea that people celebrated Halloween all year long.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were able to reach a lot of people, and it was really, really cool. It was really, really cool. So we're going to start doing that.
Yeah, I guess that is one of the things that we were going to talk about later, but Ashley, we will transition right into that. But first, I'm going to give you your song, Ashley Dub. It is Ashley W. who was asking about our life. I must say thank to you because you gave us a 5. Ashley W. You are so sweet. Ashley W. thought our life was really neat. Take it, Amy.
No, thank you. You're the singer, not me.
Ashley.
Okay. Ouch.
Ashley. Yeah, Ashley.
Oh my gosh. All right.
But that is going to transition to we haven't decided yet, and actually you guys can help us out. We are either going to simulcast. We're either going to start doing lives where it is going to be on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So you can choose to see us there, or you can choose to see us here. Or what I like more is going live here once a week and going live on TikTok once a week. TikTok being a little bit of a shorter live, seeing how most people only watch. I think they were saying like max people were watching is like 4 minutes before they're like, okay, on to the next thing. I need to see like some dad joke or girl twerking or whatever they're into. I don't know.
Definitely weird, but anyway. No, but it was cool because like we had, you know, like over 3,000 people in there, and then they would leave, and then it'd be more, you know, it was
like a rotating door.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Let's get to Gage's super chat here. He said, hey, I just got back.
Hey!
Just got back from guest acting at Field of Screams. Hope Dark Hour was good.
So Dark Hour was really cool. If you guys are not familiar with Dark Hour, it is one of the largest haunted houses in the United States in Plano, Texas, right outside of Dallas. I'm actually wearing my Dark Hour shirt today.
Savannah hair reveal. That's a small price
And
to
they
pay.
did
Get it?
a.
To pay. Get it? It makes sense. Get that?
Thank you. They did a haunted house based off of St. Patrick's Day, but they switched it up a bit where it wasn't just a haunted house that was themed like St. Patty's Day, right? Like we walked in, and if the house lights were on green, there would be happy music playing. And if you found an actor dressed up as a leprechaun, they still looked a bit spooky, but if you entertained them somehow, whether it be a dance or a joke or whatever, they would give you a gold coin. And if you got gold coins at the end, you'd be able to turn them in for an exclusive prize at dark hour. And they were only doing this one night, which was last night. And it was really fun because it was... I need to tell you the other part. So then when that would play for maybe a minute, and then it would turn to red lights and scary music. And at that point, you could not find the leprechauns. There were these things called red caps and these like ghosts with green glowing eyes. And they would, if you saw them coming, you had to either hide or stand still. And if you stood still, they couldn't see you, right? It was kind of like red light, green light. But they would walk up to you and even scream in your ear and stuff. They were trying to make you move, which luckily I didn't get capped, which is what they were saying. But Amy and I went with two of our daughters, and one of them got capped a bunch.
Yeah, Kenzie did too.
Oh, did she? I know that Kaylee got a whole bunch.
Yeah, so Kaylee got capped, and so did Kenzie. You and I were the only ones that were alive at the end of it.
And with our gold coins, we got more giveaways as well. So we have giveaways based off of the dark hour last night too. So it was an awesome time. And Gage, because you did a $4.99 super chat, you know what that means, brother? Gage with the $4.99 super chat. Gage, hopefully you ain't get capped. Gage, I went ahead and got gold coins. Gage, what rhymes with gold coins? It is, I like pork loins. Ooh. Gage.
All right.
Thank you, Gage.
Next up is a super chat from Horror365, $1.99, and said, "What app are you using to live stream?" That would be a question for me. So
Amy, so just so you guys know, Amy is the executive producer. She does all of our effects, all of our graphics. She makes everything run. She does mic tests. She does stuff for the podcast. Everything goes through her. So yeah, that would definitely be a question for my beautiful wife.
All right. So if you're asking for what we're doing now, for this live, we use OBS. And there's a lot of little things that I've learned. We also use Streamlabs, so that way when somebody donates, when somebody subscribes, it pops up on the screen. And then there's some other things. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them and help you out.
The ask on here?
You can ask on Instagram. You can ask it to the Psychotic Circus. Me and Savannah will answer.
On Instagram, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, and so that was a question for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have a song for Horror 365.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's the...
I'm not... No.
Amy. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it as Amy.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm not gonna sing. Horror 365. We use OBS and stream OBS. We do different things to go live, and when we stream, it's Horror 365. I'm not gonna sing. For some reason, I made Amy sound like a witch.
There you go. Horror 365.
All right, so we have gone through the super chat, so if you have any questions, go ahead and re-ask them.
Go ahead and at the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Hopefully we can catch one of your questions. But if you for sure want to get your question answered, just like the lovely people that did up here or down here, depending on where it shows. I don't know. Here. Dun 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 bum 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 dee 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 bum 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 bum. Hey, something.
All right, so here is the most recent question from Original Name.
I love that name. It's so original. Like, seriously.
So Original Name says, did you see the Home Depot clown in the background of the floating Reaper picture?
No, I didn't see any clowns.
No, me either.
And we're actually going to get to those. We have the photos. We'll look at all the photos. And I didn't see any clowns. So if they pop up in these photos, I didn't see any clown. Hopefully it's better than Sinister Steve, the Home Depot associate clown.
All right, so here's the next
No,
question.
a clown. Amy and I were actually talking about this going, they're not even releasing one clown? Everybody else, like, that we know of so far, it's Lowe's. Lowe's had stuff that leaked out. We had all, like, the distortions and all of the, well, distortions didn't either, but all those other companies, we all saw clowns there. We saw so many clowns at Transworld. I'm surprised Home Depot. I thought Home Depot didn't have one.
All right, so Haunted Ghoul said, progress on your animatronics is going really well, and sorry I did not see you at Transworld. I had entire cars ready to get your signature.
I'll tell you this. If you mail those out to me, P.O. Box 5, Aubrey, Texas, 76227. And at the very end of our live, we put the address up as well, so you can always write it down there. But again, it's P.O. Box 5, Aubrey, Texas, 76227. If there's specific cards or something, and you want to mail those to me to have me sign something for you, I will. Or if you just want to contact us at savannahpsychocircus@gmail.com, we'll go ahead and I'll write you a little email or a letter there, and you can give us your address or something, and we'll be able to mail something out there to you. But I'm really excited to see. I know that he's been talking about making an animatronic for a couple, I guess at this point, probably about a month. Right? I'm really excited to see how it comes out.
Yeah. And also, if you're going to be at East
Good point.
Coast, Hunters,
Or Midwest, or Spirit Halloween flagship, we will Or Party
be
City's
there.
flagship.
Or Party City, we will
Or
be
Texas
there.
Hunters.
Yes.
Any of those 5 events coming
We'll
up.
be there.
Midwest, East Coast, Spirit, Party City, Texas. We will be at those.
All right. Next up, El Sideshow Haunt.
Sideshow Hunts. What up, EL?
Are you going to buy Bushman from Poison?
That is a really good question. Amy?
I love Bushman.
This is the thing, though, is that I do believe that Bushman can be done on a way cheaper budget. It's $2,000. And it's pneumatic, and I really don't think it needs to be pneumatic. Like, they could release a commercial version of that prop, right? Like, there was years ago on through Spirit, there was one called the Coat Rack Monster. It's pretty much the same thing, except this one's a bush. So they would have to make sure that the bush looks like a bush, though. I think that's a major difference. But the Screaming Mech and all of that stuff still would be very, very, very similar. So I personally would not want to. I think it was like $3,000 or $2,000, something like that. I personally wouldn't want to spend that much on the bush. What I would want to spend that much on is that Terrifier bench. Which, Amy, we may need to get on that.
Also, Upside said that Bushman is $3,000.
Yeah, where I know that bench was $2,500, and it's a photo op plus a scare. Yeah, you know, the bush works great. You could keep that year round if you wanted to. Nobody would have any idea that it was a scare. Like imagine just putting it by our front door or something. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I do like the idea though of the bench. Like we do that.
We do a bench already, but
Like-
we don't do a scare with
And
it.
last year, obviously, didn't have the haunt. We still had the display. We still put our bench out there with the clown, but just like sitting there.
Right.
So to have that there,
It'd be a big step.
yeah. So anyway,
I would prefer to spend the money on the I think they called it terrifying clown, on the terrifying clown bench.
yeah. All right. The blind haunter said, "When is your 2024 animatronic collection coming out?"
So we usually wait until the commercial props come out. Then we buy up those props and release those in that video. So when Spirit drops theirs, when Home Depot drops theirs, Lowe's drops theirs, Party City drops theirs, Morse gets released, which is usually July to August. And I think we need to drop. We have pushed it off the last few years. Like last year, we didn't even do one when we should have, and the year before that, we waited until like now to release it. We used to do them in August or September, and so I think that that's the goal this year is to do our 2024 release in August or September. Probably
Well,
could get started
yeah.
now.
We'll figure that out. That's-
Yeah, but
yeah.
I definitely want to drop it sooner rather than later. The waiting until October, I feel, is way too late.
Yeah.
Anything before we get anything that's been released in 2024, I feel is kind of just showing what our 2023 collection would be. So I think that we need to shoot for August or September.
Yeah, I think September is more realistic because, you know, some props come out late.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
Morris props last year came out beginning of September.
Yeah. Now, I did talk to Morris when we were at Transworld, and they said it would be late July. So that might be perfect time, but hopefully late August, sometime in September.
All right, next question is from the Halloween Hooligan. Not a question, more of a comment. Thanks so much for hanging up my Art the Clown drawing. I had so much fun meeting y'all at Transworld.
I don't know if you can see it. It is where how do I point?
There, yeah, right there.
It's right there. Right there. And you know what I noticed when I was hanging it up? There's actually a very similar one right there too. So, right. Oh my God, this is like next impossible to point. Right there. So, I got art on both sides. One's like an angel, one's a devil. But thank you so much. It was awesome meeting you and your parents. And thank you for the drawing, dude. As you see, I told you, we made sure that it got here in beautiful, immaculate condition. So appreciate that.
Next up is from House of Doom.
Hey!
Hey, Savannah, I hope you had a great trip home.
Our trip home was long. So on the way up there, Amy didn't drive, but she kept me company by listening to music with me or having a conversation with me, or she was watching a documentary and I was able to listen to it. On the way back, though, I was so exhausted that I drove and then, maybe halfway? And then Amy drove the other half, which I was so appreciative for. So we had a great trip there. Obviously hung out with you quite a bit. I do want to apologize. I know that you put up so for the folks that don't know, House of Doom was at Transworld, hung out with us. We hung out with their whole family. We went to a couple haunted houses with them. One was called Lamp.
Yep, right here. So I have a list of things that Transworld to talk about.
And
Limp and then
Darkness. Darkness,
yes.
Right. And I know in at least one of the haunted houses, House of Doom was filming, and kind of was in the, we all went in the same group. And when I get scared, guys, so this is the thing, I love scaring. I feel like the man when I'm scaring, right? Like it brings a different part of me out, right? But when I go through a haunted house, I'm a big wimp. And naturally, when I get scared, there is a snippet, like a short snippet on our YouTube where words come out that probably shouldn't. And I call people bad names. So I'm sure that anybody who was in our group and was filming those haunted house experiences with us either had a lot of editing to do or probably are not monetized on that video, because I was calling everybody MFs and a-holes and all types of stuff. But it was awesome meeting you and your whole family, and I'm glad that you had one of those jelly beans with us. That's really like the initiation to see if you can make it in our group, and I'm glad you did. So hope you had a good trip home too. You had a longer trip than us. You had to go all the way to Nova Scotia. Cold up there, I imagine.
All right, let's see. Canelo the Terrifier. I mean, Terror. Terrier. I'm thinking of art. I'm sorry.
Think of the letters put together. It's sounded out. You said Terrifier, then Terror. And it's Terrier.
What's your favorite clown animatronic?
It's not the terrifying Terror Terrier, though. I'll tell you that much. It's not. My favorite clown animatronic, again, if we're talking about commercially released, meaning big box stores, what you're going to get at Spirit, Party City, Walmart, etc., etc. Crouchy is always wonderful. Clowning Around, which currently we don't have Clowning Around. We had, and then we sold. But heard a rumor that it may be coming back this year, so hopefully we can get it again, because I already miss it and I kind of regret doing that sale. Neon Ice Cream Clown is another one of my favorites. But if it's not the commercially released ones, I really, really, really love the Pennywise spider animatronic that was at Darkness. I want it so bad. It's just awesome and big and terrifying.
All right. Bonique life? Okay. Said.
Why are you asking me?
I'm just making sure. Will you ever do another walkthrough?
So, we've talked about this a lot. When we were at Transworld, we had a seminar we went through about the 61 tips to run a haunted house. And I felt the bug bite me back in the butt. I was really scared about doing a haunted house after what happened last year, mostly for safety. And to be honest, most of you guys are not practicing fire safety with fire exits, emergency exits, fire extinguishers, all of that stuff. You have to. But right before Transworld, we also met with our HOA about a different issue. And everybody at the HOA was pretty much begging for us to come back and do it again. Transworld really made me feel like we have to do it again, whether it be here or at a different location. I think that it's a lot of work, the way that we do ours, the level that we do ours, how many trick-or-treaters we do. But I'm like 70-30. 70% of me says, yeah, let's do it again. 30% of me, which is a huge piece, is saying, bro, you maybe need another year off to really regroup and plan something bigger and better for a return, whether that be a commercial haunt or a different location. And I don't know, Amy, what are you thinking?
It's a very tough question. Because we love it. And we're so creative with, you know, what we do and what we want to put out, and going to all these haunted houses. We went to Limp, we went to Darkness, we just went to Dark Hour yesterday, and just doing research to see, because I think eventually the goal is to go pro.
And I do think that we could go pro.
Yeah.
Like, there's no piece of me that feels like we wouldn't be able to accomplish it. Our lifestyle may have to change drastically at first, because it's a full-time job. And Amy and I both have full-time jobs as well. And also the funding, we would have to secure funding for a lot of it, because to go pro, you have to make sure that it is top notch. It can't necessarily, there's some things that you can kind of get away with in a home haunt. I don't think you can really get away with a haunt where you're charging somebody. So that, it's a lot of moving pieces to doing a pro or commercial haunt. I like to call it commercial haunt. You like to call it pro. I like to say commercial because that means that we're charging people.
Yeah.
Because realistically, none of these haunts are pro. A lot of haunts, even if they're beautiful on their theming, or you know that a lot of that stuff is just slapped together. Yeah. It's not like a Disneyland type of vibe. Well, maybe one that we went to.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Darkness.
Wait,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to talk about it. Now you're just dropping the bomb. All right. Darkness had a really good theme. Well, pros and cons for every haunt.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Definitely. And also, I don't feel like we could even... I've never been to Dark Hour during Halloween, so I don't feel like we can put them in the running for anything that we've been to thus far.
Well, I've been there for Halloween. Like, so they usually have, like... What we experienced yesterday was a very, very, very skeleton crew vibe. Yeah. They didn't have all their actors. It was a completely different vibe with like a game mixed in with it. That is not how their haunt usually goes. Their haunt is usually like a 45-minute haunt that you're going through with scare after scare after scare. The layout, like there were certain actors and acting elements that are in their normal haunt that was not what Amy got to see. So I do think during Halloween... And when we go, you might have to be first.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys heard it.
No, I said no.
No, you said yeah. You heard it.
So
Amy going first.
I do also want to bring this up real quick. I'm going to highlight this question from Jaden. Not question, comment. But he said the escape rooms at Darkness are amazing. Mm-hmm. So my question is, we went to Las Vegas month and a half ago, and Brick Thunder and his family and Tyler and us, we went to Escape It.
Yeah.
And it was Escape.
Is it called Escape It or It Escape?
No, it's Escape It.
Okay.
Okay. And we went to this escape room, which we've been to an escape room before.
Been to a bunch of them.
And like,
but this was like a haunted house.
Yeah, this was
mixed with an escape room.
Yeah, and like at a normal escape room, sometimes you can only go through 2 rooms or 3 rooms and you're done, right? And you can't escape. But this one, the one in Las Vegas, Escape It, like you went through every single room. There were actors in there with you. There were tons of jump scares, and it was freaking amazing. So my question, Jaden, to you is that how it was at the Darkness, or was it an actual escape room where you don't go through all the rooms? Yeah,
because the thing I really enjoyed about the Escape It, and from my understanding, they also have a Saw themed escape room. I almost don't feel right calling them an escape room. It is more like a haunted house to me. But they have a Saw theme and they have a Blair Witch theme, and I want to go to all of them. Yeah. But it's a trip because in escape room, you're kind of focusing on every little detail, right? Can you remove this number from this board, or hey, there's this thumbtack is a different color and it's in the top right position. So that means that 1, 2, 3, oh, that's an L, right? There's all, you're using this mind that is very, you're like dissecting every little thing. And usually a walk through haunted house is a completely different mind. People are guarded. People are, kind of just like they don't want to see every single detail. They flinch and all that stuff. And because this was the perfect combo of both, you're using this one part of your brain where you're trying to soak in everything. And they really use that to their advantage because they know that you're going to have to go to certain parts of these rooms that were themed beautifully, but that you're going to have to go to certain parts of these rooms. Well, because they know that you have to go to that specific part. Okay, cool. We're setting up a jump scare right there. And it will scare the crap out of you because you're so focused on getting the puzzle solved.
All right, so Jaden did respond. He said their escape rooms are completely separate from their haunt. We did the Wizard of Oz, and it had 3 rooms. Each room had probably about 10 things you had to solve. So that's
it sounds like a typical, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Wizard of Oz. Scary. The Lollipop Guild. Ooh. Dancing Lion. Ah! I do know that Jaden's afraid of flying monkeys, though. He did tell me that. So that part he was probably afraid of. But great question.
All right. So this hasn't popped up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and read it from Gage. It is a super chat. $4.99. And he is asking...
My man Gage right there, son.
How did you feel about Limp? I've heard it's just lightning and fog.
Do we want to get into that? Just get into it right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into...
So we were going to kind of go into this as go into our whole Transworld trip. And part of it was the haunted houses. But we'll skip forward and just get right into the haunted house piece of it. One night we went to Limp, and the next night we went to the Darkness. And when we went to Limp, in my opinion, it wasn't good. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah,
I just got a dollar.
Okay. I thought that there were a lot of like loud noises. Like that night, like I had to hold my ears the entire time.
You do that at every haunted house. What are you talking about?
Okay, but like at Darkness,
every haunted house you do that.
But at Darkness, I didn't have to that much.
Because I kept saying don't do it.
Okay, but I feel like there's a lot of like air cannons and like loud noises there, right? But I don't feel it was like you're just walking through.
I don't feel like it was themed well. I feel like 95% of the acting was just not... I would feel disappointed if that was my haunted house, to be honest with you, and my actors were acting like that. And not to knock those actors. Maybe it's a training thing. Maybe it was, hey, this is the first night and we're not in the Halloween mode. Maybe it was, this isn't our normal actors or what. I don't know. But for me, I just felt like they weren't there. There were times that we would walk by an actor and they're like, rawr, like literally sounding like that and going, rawr.
I do have to say though, the line
actors were good.
They were amazing.
Yeah, I will say that.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And one of those line actors was at the Darkness the next night.
Yeah.
But you're right. It was a bunch of fog and a bunch of lasers. And as Amy said, there were like loud noises. I don't even remember the loud noises, to be honest with you, because for me, it was just like so much fog that you couldn't even tell what you were supposed to be looking at. Like, was anything even themed? I don't know. I don't really remember that haunted house even having themes. I just remember stairs, lasers, fog, and every once in a while an actor that I was like, I felt like I was unfortunately being that kind of person that goes through a haunted house that I hate, that like looks at an actor and like, oh, real scary. But it wasn't, in my opinion, scary at all. Now, the next night when we went to Darkness, we walk in, some of the same line actors. When we walked in, the theming was phenomenal. It felt like Disney level for 80% of the haunt.
I absolutely loved it. I felt like, and this is what Rachel Brick Thunder's mom also said was literally, and she told us before, she's like, if wherever you look, whether that be up, whether that be to the right, to the left, on the ground,
Right.
every
Piece
is themed and covered, and it was just like the floors were different. You went
They
up, you
really
went down.
utilized smell.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
God.
there was a
Yeah.
section which again, I'm glad they did because it brings you into the theme, but I kind of wish they didn't because there was a section you went in there, it was a bathroom, and excuse my language, it smelled like shit. There is not another way of it smelled like actual poop. It was disgusting. I was gagging. Amy was laughing. But you guys know my gag, my almost throw up gag. It was that. I was very close to throwing up in that section. It was gross. But the theming was better. The acting was better. I will say this, though. What?
I was going to say one of my favorite parts was their laser swamp.
Yeah.
They had I wish that we would have thought about that for our
a lot
laser
more
swamp.
lasers, though.
Oh,
well,
it?
no.
No, it was,
Because
yeah,
it was
the
below the
same.
laser.
Yeah, so basically what they did is like we had a huge
We had a big
square
room.
too. Yeah, we had a huge room. And but they actually put like a
They
little
built like
maze.
half walls.
Like a little maze that you had to go through, and you never knew where the actor was. So they
Right.
would just pop out random places. It was
And you know what? Now
so
that I
cool.
think about it, it's maybe some of those walls had cutouts so that an actor could pop up here and pop up there. And if not, that's something we need to do. Yeah. But that part was really cool. I will say this, and believe it or not, you're going to be like, what? You're the clown guy. The last portion, like the last 20% of the haunt, turned into a 3D clown event. In my opinion, it was just way too bright because they were really focusing on the 3D aspect.
That's a small price to pay. Get it? Like, to pay? Get it? It makes sense.
Preach.
Get that?
We'll get to that one in a second. But they were focusing on the 3D aspect, so they had to have everything neon bright. And it wasn't scary at all. They could take that whole section and completely, even just by lighting, and who cares about the 3D, because majority of the people in our group took their 3D glasses off anyway because we were like, oh, that was cool, done. But if they did better lighting and had more actors in that section, it would be really cool. Now, what I did hear is that the Darkness is looking to take that part out of their haunt. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, hey, Darkness, holler at me, because I need a bunch of clown stuff. We're talking about either going pro or doing another walkthrough haunt, having a bunch of clown stuff, man. Holler at me. I'll open up another credit card for it.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. So
Darkness.
I'm just saying, Darkness.
Overall, Darkness so
Darkness
far.
was really good.
Absolutely amazing. We are planning when we go to. Oh, they're not going to be open though. But
What,
anyway.
East Coast?
No, so we're going to be going to Midwest, which is in Chicago in June.
Yeah.
And we want to go to Hell's Gate.
I'm sure that we could have
I just got $1.
Because I've heard Hell's Gate is insane, and I am like really excited to
even
see.
if we can get a behind the scenes look
Yeah.
at Hell's Gate would be really good. So, all right, what else did we got going on?
Next up is Gage. He sent in $1.99. My buddy built the church in the darkness.
It was awesome. Yeah, dude, you don't remember when there was that part where the dragon ended up busting through, that gigantic dragon. It had flames going everywhere. It was freaking awesome, dude. I wish I would have got a Darkness shirt. I didn't get a Darkness shirt. I wish I would have. I kind of have to represent for the home team a little bit, though, because these guys are real close to us. So, but I wish I would have got a Darkness shirt. But they didn't have anything with clowns. I really wanted one of clowns because they have a huge clown section, even if I wasn't the biggest fan of how they incorporated it. But yeah, that church section was really cool. I owe Gage a song. Gage, turn the page. It smells like sage. Because you burnt sage in your house. I don't know. Sorry. We've sung, Gage, I've sang you so many songs. I'm trying to figure out new words that rhyme with Gage.
All right. Next up, East Point.
Necropolis? How are you going to pronounce it, Amy? That's the real question.
I don't know.
Okay, so who is it?
East Point Necropolis.
Sorry.
They are saying, I like the darkness because I love animatronics and figuring out how to build my own for my haunt.
So there's multiple classes and seminars at Transworld, which I imagine, we haven't been to Midwest yet, and East Coast, it's their first year. I imagine it's going to be similar, that will teach you how to build animatronics. And then the other thing is going to Fright Props. If you go to frightprops.com, they do not sponsor us, but there are so many pieces to learn or to get prefabricated pieces to build your animatronics. So it's kind of like a plug and play type of thing. You just decorate it. Hey, it's ready to go. That's if you especially want to go the pneumatic route. So the other piece is, for me, like this animatronic here, which you guys can't see. Yeah, you want to turn it just very quickly. That is something that I guess you could say created. It's just a foam-filled mask that I foam-filled. I made these hands completely out of kitchen gloves and foam, and a Halloween costume. And so you can make animatronics for your haunt that way. That's an electric one. I have another one on this side that you guys will see at another time, which maybe next time I need to bring them around here. We haven't showcased them at all. But we have a bunch of customized animatronics that you can do. And those are the ones that I like to find, an animatronic that somebody's selling for dirt cheap. Maybe doesn't even work right. Hey, the eyes don't light up or it doesn't make sound anymore. That's fine because our haunt is usually so loud that nobody can hear every animatronic anyway. So I'll take something that isn't themed to our haunt and then turn it into a clown. So, but there's so many different ways for you to learn. Oh, and I owe you a song. Check out the song while I'm dropping this for my man, East Point Necropolis. Amy can't read the name and she struggles with words. It's alright though, she's still a nerd. She could learn to read if she ever read a book, but she won't. Because she shook. When letters are dancing in her head, she just says that she'd rather be dead. She once told me that she read a book. I said, okay, it was a book on tape. She was listening to books instead and claiming that she was reading them. In her head, she believes that she does. But East Point, no, you know that she doesn't. And so check the flow as I keep on going for Miss Amy. You're going to learn to read. Amy is, what do you call it? Illiterate.
Shut up.
All right.
Transworld.
Yeah. So let's talk about the trip to Transworld. So much to talk about. I'm going to try to fly through it kind of quick, but enough detail where if you guys weren't there, you'll feel like you were. So it's about a 9.5-hour drive from where we are in Dallas, Texas. In the past, we have done that drive in one day, but we decided we were going to leave, spend the night halfway in Oklahoma. So we found a spot in Oklahoma, spent the night in a hotel, woke up bright and early, and got our butts up to Transworld. We were able to register and get our passes, take some photos with this big photo op or 3 photo ops that they had there. And then we waited around for the other people in our group to show up. So folks like Jaden, Ryan's, Jacked Up Builds, Brick Thunder, Tyler G. I can go on and on and on and on. Chad, Halloween Haunter, so many people. And so we waited for a lot of them to show up, take some more photos, and then we went out to eat. And the next day we woke up bright and early because we wanted to be at the front of the line or as close as possible to the front of the line to get in. We paid an extra $100 to get in 2 hours early.
Yes, it was 2 hours early.
On-
Well
Worth it.
worth the money.
Yes.
Well worth it.
So there wasn't as many people flooding in there and filming and and I get that everybody's excited, and I get that some people are there to purchase something and they want to, hey, I want to buy this. I'm dropping 20 grand on this or whatever. I want to see how it works. But like I'd be filming something later on. I'd be like ready to film something, or I'd be live, and then someone would just walk right in front of the camera and push the button, and it's like, bro, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
But those 2 hours before, I feel it's really, really good for content creators. And if you're just wanting to buy something, but you want to make sure that you get it, because at that point you could have ran up to almost any booth and said, hey, I want that. And you would have been the first person to get it. So that was really cool.
Whoa! Your donation calls for a celebration.
Thank you. We'll get to, you want to click on that one?
All right, this is from East Point Necropolis. $4.99 said, so awesome. Thanks a lot. That was so cool. Wait, no, that was cool. So awesome. Thanks a lot. That was cool.
So nice you had to say it twice. Well, you sent in a super chat $4.99. That just means you got to get another song, dude. Now we're going to have to do a different style of song. East Point Necropolis. East Point Necropolis. Your favorite food is deep fried octopus. East Point Necropolis. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. But we were able to meet a bunch of people there from companies that we want to start working with for hunt reasons, for interview podcast reasons, people that we've known for years, that really, it's almost like a big family reunion. And we're able to, the biggest thing, Transworld is expensive, not necessarily to go. It's like $100 a ticket or 200 if you get in early, and traveling there and all that crap. But buying the stuff there, it's very expensive. This is for professional haunted houses, right? So you might see a prop and go, wow, that's incredible. But it's $20,000. You're not necessarily going to come out of your pocket and buy it. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff there that you can look at and go, I think I could remake that. Or I think I can somehow, like a lot of inspiration there. So we just soaked up a bunch of that, went to a seminar or two, took a whole bunch of notes, and then went to the haunted houses that we discussed. And then there were a couple spots at the convention that we wanted to talk about specifically, right? Like Distortions is always a hit. Everybody loves the Distortion booth, or booths, I should say. They're what was I keep forgetting it. Banshee. Yeah. That one is cool. Really cool. I don't know how scary it would be. It's not really like jump scary because it takes so long for it to lift up.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're not expecting for it to open its mouth like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you're not expecting for it to come down and do it again.
Right.
And Jaden got Banshee.
He did. Yes.
Sure did.
So, but Banshee, by far, in my opinion, was the biggest hit at the Distortions booth.
I also liked Frankenstein.
I liked Frankenstein as well.
Because kind of the same where like you think he's
it's done,
finished, and then all of a sudden he like freaking jumps his arms out, or pops his arms out, and then
we were on I don't remember if it was a live or what, but I was checking it out and I thought it was done. And so I leaned forward to see it a bit more, and he stuck his hands up and smacked me in the face. So that was funny. But I do think that they had another I guess you can call it an animatronic, that I think they thought was going to be a big hit. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. The big brain thing.
Oh yeah.
It just didn't seem to work well, like fast enough. Like an Alexa talks faster, or Siri. So you can even ask it a question.
I just got $1.
Thank you. We'll get to that in just a second. But you couldn't even ask it like a question and it would respond in a semi-real time. There was like a person there that was having to be a liaison between you and what it said. And still, even then, the response, they kept saying, oh, it's using AI, but the responses seemed like they were pre-recorded responses that were generic to pretty much any question. It just didn't seem like, I don't see people buying that. Personally, I don't know. It looked awesome, but the concept, I just think technology-wise, wasn't there yet. We were able to see Creepshow, which they had last year, but this one was the hand was different. So the Creepshow they made last year, there was an issue with it. The little guy on top used to, I think, swing back and forth, and now he doesn't. Now he just kicks his legs. There was some kind of difference because there were issues with it last year. But Distortions, I absolutely, again, love. Even their static stuff just looks absolutely amazing. And we got a picture signed by Ed and Marcia, the owners of Distortions. We have a super chat that came through, Dork.
All right, this is Oxford Manor, $2 super chat. Are you going to East Coast Haunters Convention?
We are going to East Coast Haunters Convention. We will be there, so come up and say hi to us if you're going to be there. We will have some cool little giveaways for you. Take a picture and high-five each other. And then if you're there with your significant other or your parents, we'll make fun of you in front of them. I don't know. Amy's like, why? You looked so serious. Why? No. But we would love to meet you. I said it because for some reason people are like timid to meet us. Right? Like, don't you feel like they're almost afraid to come up and say hi? And we are like...
Yes, please. You guys, come up, say hi. Sometimes I'll be looking out, just seeing if there's anybody that...
Amy spots people who want to come up. She can see them and she'll be like, hey, I think that couple over there wants to say hi to you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, they keep looking over here. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe they're just liking my shirt. Or, like...
But then later they come up and they're like,
10 minutes later they come up, hi, oh my God. And it's like, dude, you guys could have just came up. We're just normal humans. We've made lifelong friends that way. Yeah. There was actually a guy, a gentleman, I wish I remembered his name. Actually, I have his information somewhere. And he was from Denmark. Oh, yeah. And he makes masks. And we were in the dark zone and he was like, Savannah. And I turned around. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, I watch your channel all the time. I'm from Denmark. And my mind just blew up, right? You could have seen my brain oozing out of my ear. I'm like, in Denmark? And the dude recognized me like that. And whoever, I don't remember your name. If you're out there, I apologize. But, bro, you made my day. It was so cool to hear that somebody from Denmark first flew all the way to the States just to go to Transworld. And then recognized me and was super nice. It was awesome. So, Oxford, we will be there. I owe you a song. So... at East Coast Haunters, we will be there, and this sounds like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Smell you later. I don't know. Yes, we will be there. Another one of the companies that we saw was Poison Props. That was the one with the desk. Why are you shaking your head? No.
No, because I love Poison Props. I loved Poison Props.
Yeah.
Love
Why,
them
but why
so
were you
much.
shaking your head? No.
I don't know. I'm just saying yes. Like I love them.
You're saying yes by doing this? Hey, do you want some ice cream? Yes. Hey, do you like dogs? Yeah.
I liked Poison Props. I loved them. So
Not
much.
me.
I can't with you.
But Poison Props was dope. They were the ones that had the Terrifier prop bench. I saw that somebody asked earlier if it was licensed. It was not. It's not a licensed Terrifier prop. It was actually made by... What was that that booth that we went to with the remember you were having the conversation, you and Rachel had that conversation with that young girl? Remember she was working in that booth over there by the... You know what I'm talking about?
No.
What am I doing?
Shaving?
No. Trying not...
Oh.
What booth was that? Midnight Effects?
Midnight FX, yeah.
Something like that. Midnight Effects, I
Midnight
think.
Studios.
Midnight Studios.
FX.
And so they actually made they call it Terrifying Clown. It's not licensed by Terrifier. They actually made the prop, and then Poison Props used that prop on a mech that they made to make that bench thing. But they had that piece, which was awesome. They had a new electric chair guy that was awesome. All of their clowns were freaking cool. That one lady that comes out and it was cool. The Iron Maiden was awesome, where the guy's like struggling and the door's shut, and when it opens back up, he's got holes everywhere. Like,
I like
it was so cool.
I like the distorted one. She turned all the
Oh
way
yeah, and
around.
her back was
Obviously,
like...
we went over this on our last live, like where we saw the videos, but like seeing it in person is just it's so much better.
It was it was awesome. And then the wheelchair guy got us in some trouble on both YouTube and TikTok. So we posted a short video of the guy in the wheelchair, and for some reason YouTube thought it was real and tried to demonetize the video. And then TikTok saw it on when we were on live and kicked us off
Yeah,
of TikTok live. They were going to say we weren't going to be able to go live for 10 days.
Yeah.
And then we had to dispute it, and within like
They were
5
quick.
minutes, within 5 minutes they were like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And they let us get back on. But that wheelchair guy looks real. I think that's why we got a bunch of pushback. I know that Amy also, you liked the one that kind of fell off the bridge thing or whatever it was. That's scary. Yeah. And do you also like that clown that pops down?
No.
I thought that you did.
I did last year.
Oh, not this year? No. His hands look a little weird to me. But so Poison Props was awesome. We Scare Factory, which kind of... There was a whole lot about Scare Factory going on.
Yeah.
Not all their... So last year we saw that one of their flyer props was literally breaking. Well, not breaking, but coming apart. It had this bolt in it about that long that was slowly creeping out and was going to drop. So we had to tell somebody, they had to turn it off and go fix it. It just seemed like they had a lot of issues this year. A bunch of their props weren't working at first. Their big main, here's our biggest prop, couldn't get enough air, so it never stood up the way that it actually was supposed to, and all of its arms didn't move the way it was supposed to. Some of the props had no sound that normally do. They did have this really cool zombie archway, as well as a window with a big zombie head that came out, which were really cool. I thought they looked great. It would also be cool to make those clowns, especially that archway would be awesome. I really would like that. But if you went into any of the restrooms, there was actually a flyer calling Scare Factory Scam Factory, and going into all of the reasons why Scare Factory has had issues with performing their promises to customers. And actually, I swear on this, Amy, you know, I watch documentaries and videos about amusement parks all the time. I usually fall asleep to them on YouTube. I was watching one the other day on a YouTube channel called Theme Park Crazy. So shout out to Theme Park Crazy. And they were talking about different animatronics in scary dark rides. And they were talking about this one was made from a company called Scare Factory. Oh, wow. And then went into the fact that Scare Factory...
Whoa! Your donation calls for a celebration.
Thank you, Ashley. We'll get to that in just uno momento. But went into this whole fact that Scare Factory has numerous reports against them that they don't deliver the products that people pay for, which I thought was crazy that somebody who is not, like, he's into theme parks and mostly like roller coasters, and that's what his whole channel is about. It was crazy to me to see that somebody was like, oh yeah, this prop was made by a company called Scare Factory, and then went into the same stuff that those flyers were talking about. Ashley W. Okay.
All right, we ready?
Yes.
Super chat, Ashley W, $4.99. The real question: did you get the ice cream truck?
No. I wanted it badly. I told Amy, look, we don't have to do a walkthrough haunt anymore. We can do this ice cream truck. This was an ice cream truck, guys. It was an escape room that looked like a creepy, rusty, disgusting ice cream truck. And it was affordable. And it's drivable. And I thought, look, we could bring this to other people's haunted houses. We can rent it out at birthday parties. We can drive it around for Halloween or for promotion. It would be amazing. Amy drug her heels on it. She doesn't like the idea. Everybody in our group was like, dude, that's an amazing idea. I went back to show somebody. Sold. Really upset me. My heart like literally was broken because I was like, dude, this is it. This is our way of doing something that is kind of like a haunt, but without having people come into our home. And I was looking into getting the financing for it and everything like that. And Amy wasn't feeling it, and we unfortunately didn't get it. I did talk to the owner, and he said that he will never make another one, and that the way he does his escape rooms are one of a kind. He will never do another one of the trucks, and I'm still heartbroken. Thank you for bringing it up, Ashley W. Thank you. I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight.
Okay, so let me just tell you my thoughts about this.
Strap in, folks, because it's going to be wrong.
No, it's not. Okay. So prior to seeing the ice cream truck, we had been in discussion of possibly opening up a haunt, a pro haunt, which includes an escape room.
Does it?
That is like the one in Las Vegas, where it's like a haunt escape room. Okay? We have to make sure, are we going to do one? Or are we going to do the other?
That's not true. It doesn't have to be one or the other. That's the first part of it. Part two is this was something already built that we could have drove around and made money to put towards a commercial haunt. The other piece to that is once the commercial haunt was built, you can park that right there. And the beautiful thing about it is all October we would have been able to drive around. Even if we didn't have anybody come in, just drive around dressed up like creepy clowns and promote the haunted house. Nobody's doing that, at least in our area, to promote anything.
I agree. But also, you want to just drop $40,000 right now?
I mean, yeah, I did.
It's okay, Ashley. It's okay. She said sorry. Anyway, I believe...
Amy should be the one apologizing.
I believe everything happens for a reason.
How can everything happen for a reason when you don't let it happen? It was there. It was ready to happen, Amy. And you said no. It can't happen for a reason if you don't let it happen. You got to embrace it. There was a reason why that came into our life. Big clown, had a huge clown head on top. It was perfectly themed for us. There's a reason why it came into our life. You didn't let it happen. You're the one that even said, ice cream!
Oh my god.
One thing that is not on here, but I do want to discuss. Do you have a picture? Do you have the picture where I met Russ McCamey?
Yeah, I think I can get it.
You might want to crop out the other person in that picture.
I don't know if I can do that.
I met Russ McCamey. If you guys don't know who this is, he is a... Oh, wait, I owe Ashley a song. Ashley, I didn't get the ice cream truck. I was on my way to get it, but I kinda got stuck. Because my wife... She's financially responsible.
Exactly.
Amy, no offense to Ashley W. I love her kicking it with us, but you mind, thank ye.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Are you going to crop this one?
I'm gonna try. Give me a second.
I love... Why don't we just show it the way we showed it? Just the way we took it, and I'll describe it. So Russ McCamey, in my opinion, this is solely my opinion, and you guys know, I'm like, hey, this is a place of love, this is a place of appreciation, a place of acceptance. Russ McCamey is a monster in not the cool ways. He's a disgusting, sadistic, perverted, just... I'm trying to think of words that I'm legally allowed to say without defaming him. Well, I think he did a pretty good job of that himself. But this is a dude who claims that he runs a haunted house when he does not have a haunted house. He did years ago in San Diego. That got taken away from him, or he lost it or had to sell it, or it was taken in a divorce or what have you. And now he moved to some other state, I don't remember where, and he doesn't have a haunted house. He blindfolds people and waterboards them and tortures them and slaps them and punches them and drowns them literally in deep freezers for his own perverted reasons. He's a sick man. There is a channel called Reckless Ben, which kind of exposed him throughout an 8 or 9 episode series, and I urge all of you to watch it. The guy is everything I dislike. He is everything I don't represent, and I feel like he gives haunters a bad name. Was really surprised that he showed up to the convention. He didn't have anybody with him as far as I could tell. He was live on Facebook because he has people who think similar to him that watch his Facebook and where he tortures these people and all of that stuff. He always claims he has a haunted house, but will never get anybody actually to this haunted house. He said things like he has this mile-long zip line, and you have to register zip lines in the country, and there is no world record of zip line that he has. He claims he has like an underwater maze and all this. The guy's a weirdo. Anyway, found him, took a picture with him. And you can see exactly how I feel about the guy in this picture. So I took that for my own personal preference. I wanted to be able to post this picture to show we don't co-sign it. And I think the look on my face, and the whole time I was interacting with him, people were there, other haunters were there, they saw how I was interacting with him. I was not interacting with him like I was a fan and then changing my face once the camera came out. I think he knew that I didn't like what he was about. And somebody else in our group asked if we should go get a picture with him, and I thought it was a genius idea. So took that picture right there. Russ McCamey, you're shitty. I don't know what else to say about that. So now that we're off the Russ McCamey manner, I said manner. Not like McCamey, like, play on words like Manner, not Manor. Okay. Amy doesn't get it. You don't get it, do you, Amy? No. Okay, anyway. The other one that we really loved checking out was Beastcraft, which... I loved it. Yeah, I loved it too. There was... I feel like this was really like their year to shine because I've seen them so much before where I feel like they didn't get the same kind of love. But they had this... for the first day, it was literally a prop that was a violin player with this very gruesome dude that was mutilated into a violin. And then the second day, someone actually played the violin. Well, they weren't actually playing it. They were acting as if they were playing it. And it went freaking viral. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you turn, people are talking about that. But their props looked super realistic. Like where Distortions makes their creatures look hyper real, like exaggerated, right? Like their veins and their muscles and their or what they don't look like a real human. It looks like a creature or something. Their human props look like real humans. So that was really cool. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about with Distortions, they had dinosaurs. That looked like they came out of Jurassic Park. They looked real. Mm-hmm. There was like a neck area right here that when it would move, it would actually like wrinkle up and look. They looked real. It was awesome. Again, I don't know what kind of haunt would have dinosaurs, but it was cool.
All right, well, let's get to the super chat from Halloween Haunter, $1.99, and it says, "I'll order you chicken McNuggets to make up for it."
That's not what that says.
I'll order you chicken McNuggets to make up for it.
How are you reading that?
I'll order you McNuggets.
Never said chicken, Amy. She just makes up words when she reads stuff. I'll order you a 6-piece chicken McNugget.
I do want some ice cream right now, though, on the real.
Ice cream. Yo, you know what? We had the ice cream truck, Amy. I could go and get you some.
We have ice cream in the fridge. Freezer.
In the fridge? Oh, my gosh. Could have had it in the truck, though, Amy. Thank you so much, Halloween Haunter. $1.99 super chat. Give me some McNuggets. Give me some McNuggets. Give me some Chicky McNuggets. What kind of sauce, Amy?
Barbecue.
Honey mustard.
Barbecue.
So for a long time, it was me with honey. Then I went to barbecue. Then I went to honey mustard. Now it's all about honey mustard. I'll even dip my fries in it. Haven't had McDonald's in I don't even know how long. Actually, I think
it's like a couple weeks ago.
When? Oh, we had McDonald's breakfast when we were coming back from Transworld.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But before that, I think it was December when we were up in Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. Next up.
So next up was us meeting House of Doom, Cannon, who, is he still here? I know he was earlier.
Not sure.
He might have left. But it was awesome to meet Cannon. He was there on a... I feel weird talking about this because I don't want to get like super emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because he's freaking awesome. So,
super
like even taking, you know, sometimes like people will like pander to someone. Dude, you could take all of this, like the way he got there, take that part out. Him and his family are just dope. Yeah. They're just good people. But he was there for Make-A-Wish. He had cancer. And his make-a-wish was to go to Transworld. And for some reason or another, part of that was he wanted to meet up with fellow haunters, including us. And that kind of hit on a different level on emotional side of things, because like make a wish, like, dude, you could go anywhere. You can go to Disney World. You could say, hey, I want to, you know what, I really want to go to Dubai, or I want to go on a deep sea fishing trip with freaking John Cena, right? Cannon was like, nah, dude, I want to go do Haunter stuff. He raises a crap load of money for the children's hospital near him with his haunt, like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something crazy. Maybe not hundred, tens of thousands of dollars. Crazy number that he raises for the children's hospital near him, which to me is dope, because, you know, I like to give stuff away and raise money and do all that kind of stuff. And then, and he's just like knowledgeable about the haunt stuff with us. Super funny, super cool. His sister was cool. His parents were awesome. And so we got a goodie bag together for him, gave him a whole bunch of stuff. But it was just kind of, it's just real heartwarming that, like, dude wanted to meet with us.
I do also want to mention, Cannon said earlier here in the chat that he is going to be on Transworld Live again on Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
So we'll all need to make sure that we
Tune in for that.
and watch it.
Yes, he was on Transworld Live while we were there.
Yep, and then before as well.
Yeah. Before, yeah, we watched him before as well. And then, so, okay, cool. If you guys do not watch Transworld Live, go check it out. It is a podcast that is about all things Transworld, Haunter related, but more of like a pro haunt type of thing, I feel.
So Cannon just wrote in here, it says the numbers
Look at that,
was raised
dude.
was $47,000. $47,000.
Bro.
Absolutely amazing.
That's
Absolutely
freaking
amazing.
like rock star stuff, dude. $47,000? That's insane. That's dope. Super dope. I felt inspired by him. Like, I was like, you know, and I Cannon, you're here. We'll talk a little bit offline too, but like, I want to do something to raise money as well. We've always, like, you know, if you know our channel, so we do giveaways all the time, and we raise money for like the we did for the Artisan Social Club and things like that. But dude, any pointers you can hook us up with to raise some more money to go towards the cause would be super dope, dude. Super dope. But dude, $47,000, bro. Amy, look, we could raise $47,000, take 7,000 of that, give it to a charity, and then 40,000 of it, get the ice cream truck.
Oh my god. Horrible idea.
But yeah, it was super cool. We spent a few days with Cannon and his family. Again, going to the haunts. Cannon, you tell me if you felt the same way about the haunted houses. Limp to me was... Limp was lame. Darkness was cool, but Limp was duty.
Alright, let's get into Home Depot.
You want to get into Home Depot? All right, let's go ahead and show the Home Depot stuff. Look, he even says ice cream truck, Amy. See? All right, we're going to get into these Home Depot. I can't even call them leaks because these were released. The ones that we have are released by Home Depot.
And these are only the eight photos that they released.
Yeah, we're not going to show the ones that they didn't release because we're anti-leak right now. But I want to. I'll save my my true 2 cents to the very end. There's a headless horseman, which looks. What?
I said let's have them rate it once you're done talking about it.
Okay, that's a good idea. But Headless Horseman. Actually, you know what? You guys can do it now. On a 1 to 5 scale of skulls. Do your skull emojis. 1 means it sucks. 2 means it's not the worst. Could be better. 3 is like, yeah, it's cool. 4 is like, ooh, I want that. 5 is, this is one of the best animatronics I've seen this year. Or I've seen, period. It's a Headless Horseman. Skeleton with a skeleton horse. And actually, Amy, can you make this screen bigger for me? For me?
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah. A skeleton's horse's neck looks weird to me. I'm just not a fan of... I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. But I don't think it's great. It's good, but I don't think it's great.
All right, let me go through these. Juicin Boy gave it 4 skulls. El Sideshow Haunts 5. E.G. Haunts 4. Nox Haunts 5. JB Holidays 4. Haunted Ghoul 2. Jaden 4. Ashley W 3. The Haunt Life 3. Animatronic 2010 Haunter 5. Squirrel Gone Wild 4. Wicked Weatherman 2.5. Halloween Man 4. Gaming with the Grave Jacker 4. House of Doom 4. Golden Embers 2. Ben Sampson 4. Burger Man 1. Skull. Mr. Halloween Dude 3. And Burger Man again, I guess change it to 3.
Okay, so Golden Embers, will you click on his comment real quick? Because I agree with him right here. Why isn't he a jack-o'-lantern? His skeleton looks too cooler as a rotting corpse, like the Morse. He's supposed to throw a jack-o'-lantern. He shouldn't be holding his own skull. That's my gripe with it. I would give it like a 3.5 to a 3.5. It's not the worst. It's better than average, right? It's big. Maybe even close to a 4, I would give it. But it's not a 5, in my opinion. I think that it could be a 4.5 if it had a jack-o'-lantern instead of the skull. But for me, it would have never been a 5. I think that there would have had to be more, from my understanding, more movement in the horse is what I would have liked to see. So, okay. Pirate. Arr. So, here's a pirate. He's not a zombie pirate. He's not a ghost pirate. He's not a skeleton pirate. I kind of like that they did just a regular old pirate. But is it Halloween? Like, okay, people will say clowns aren't Halloween, but there are people with a fear of clowns. Is there like a clinical study of people with a fear of old pirates? Not like the pirates nowadays that are like off the coast of Ethiopia or something like that, but like these type of pirates. Like they're, I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I have to say this because this is funny. Brian the Bot. It's Captain That's totally...
I am calling it Captain Crunch from now on, dude. This is Captain Crunch.
Oh, that's
dude. I don't see the need for a pirate. I don't know. I just don't really like the pirate themes. You know, I don't know.
All right, let me go ahead and go through these. So, Wicked Weatherman 1, Skull Holiday Central 2, The Haunt Life 2, Gaming with the Grave Jacker 5, Halloween Man 2, Creepy Circuit 1, Justin Boy 5, Ben Sampson 2, Mr. Halloween Dude 5.
This one feels like
back and forth.
Yeah. Jaden said -3. Makes literally no sense at all for Halloween. I agree. To me, this is a part one prop or a skull one prop. I wouldn't be, even if I did a haunt that was themed with other kind. I would never be doing a pirate theme. I don't get it. I don't understand why people would. Think of it this way: if you had an already existing pirate theme, then yes, this would be a good addition, right? But is anybody going into Home Depot where you're normally buying like light bulbs or freaking a lawnmower or whatever, and then you walk by the Halloween section? You see the last guy, that kind of screamed Halloween. It's a headless horseman, skeleton dude, skeleton horse. Cool. Then you just see a pirate? That's not like, doesn't scream Halloween to me. So, yeah, this one is just Captain Crunch.
All right, next up.
So this one would go well with, a couple years ago they had like a bartender one. They had like, I think there was a girl doing something. I don't remember what. There was like a girl version of the bartender one or something, or she was a waitress or something like that. I don't remember that. Yeah, I think so. This, first off, the dude's smoking? What? And he has whiskey? He's drinking alcohol? What? What are we doing here? This would be cool at like a party, I think. If you were doing a Halloween party. I don't necessarily get the card thing unless he was sitting at a table with other skeletons or other people playing cards. I probably wouldn't have done that. But the holding the whiskey and the cigar, it's kind of interesting. But again, it's a skull with skeleton hands, so you assume he's dead. Yet for some reason, and his body is decomposed. Yet for some reason, his clothes don't show any wear on it. I don't know. I just feel like this is like a 2.5 to me. I don't know. 2.5 to me.
All right, so Creepy Circuit 5, Gaming with the Gravejacker 3, Ashley W 3, Wicked Weatherman 3, Ben Sampson 3, Holiday Central 3, JV Haunts 3, Gaming with the Gravejacker, already did his, but 3, and then Jaden 4.
So Mr. Halloween Dude pushes something or pushes a point here and says he can actually stand up or sit down, which is cool. That is cool. If you for some reason wanted to have a skeleton stand up and hold some cards in the corner, right? And I saw somebody else was talking about the pirate and said, what if the pirate is Servo? Don't care, personally, because I just don't get. This is more Halloween to me than a pirate. So this rate's higher for me. Maybe 3. I know 3. I'd say 3. All right, so 12-foot Skelly's back, not surprised. It looks like they have added the glowing chest piece that I think somebody years ago was selling those prefabricated and like 3D printed, and then Home Depot jumped on it and started selling it as well. So not only is he back, but he now has a dog. He has a dag. He now has a big dog. And from my understanding, the big dog's eyes, as you can see here, they're just like white circles. But from my understanding, you can change. Those are digi eyes, so you can change what those look like. I've seen some photos that it looks just like Peekaboo Clown's eyes, where they're like pinwheels. Why the dog would have pinwheel eyes, I'm not sure. I don't think that was something that was necessarily needed. This is really good for the folks that have the 12-foot and they want to add something else. So I get that it's a really good piece for a specific type of crowd. People who want a 12-foot or have a 12-foot skeleton and want to, make him doing something silly with his dog. You now have he's walking his gigantic skeleton dog, right? Don't understand the ears because those wouldn't be there. And he still has a nose, which that would have rotted away. But
So gaming with the Grave Jacker gave it 5 stars. Wicked Weatherman
you mean
said
skulls?
Sorry. Skulls. Wicked Weatherman said hate the dog, gave it 1. Burgerman gave it 10. Haunted Ghoul 2 skulls for the dog. House of Doom, this is funny, 3 skulls and said the Facebook moms will go crazy for the dog.
So true.
Mr. Halloween Dude 2.5. Burgerman 2, Justin Boy 3, Jaden 1, Ben Sampson 3.
So for me, if you have a 12-foot skeleton, like we have somebody in our neighborhood who has a 12-foot skeleton and they have it up year round. Yep. They did a Valentine's Day theme with it. I'm sure they have a St. Patrick's Day one up right now. I could see them all wanting the dog. Yeah. Smart move by Home Depot, right? In the marketing case, like if I worked at Home Depot, heck yeah, this is a 5 skull every day because everybody's going to buy it. What, they have a dog now? All those Facebook moms are going to go grab it. Smart move.
They're going to dress up the dog and every holiday with all the different clothing for Christmas and everything. That it's definitely going to be a hit.
Yeah. I can already see somebody taking the arm off of the big skeleton and putting it in the dog's mouth, things like that, right? Like to do a ha ha ha, that's cute type of thing. So 5 skulls when it comes to the marketability of it. People are going to buy it. I'm not really a fan of the 12-foot skeleton to begin with. It doesn't really make sense to me. We do have 2 12-foot clowns. They're more of like an attention piece, but the 12-foot skeleton just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know how I would rate this because I would never purchase a 12-foot skeleton. So maybe a 3 skull. I mean, it's not a bad prop, but it's not a great prop. They've been making animal skeleton props forever. Like a frog, here's a scorpion, here's a whatever. This is just a big one. I don't know, 2.5. That's digi eyes.
All right. Next
This
up.
plague doctor. All right. So 2 things I want to point out real quick. One, they have these skulls in the back that are on the house. And from my understanding, those skulls all have digital eyes too. So those are kind of cool. I do think that having stuff like that, not the stack, but the ones that are horizontal. I do think that those are kind of cool. Even for us, like I could literally just get ping pong balls and pop them on each nose. Boom, got a whole bunch of skull clowns to do exactly what they did in this picture. It's just another piece to put in front of or onto your house or haunt. Plague Doctor is kind of cool. I mean, we've seen Plague Doctor masks forever and a day. I don't understand the lantern part necessarily. I don't know if that was needed. I would have rather have him move his... I don't know the movement on this one, but I would have rather spent the money instead of the light up piece on the lantern to move his staff or do something with the staff. However, I do appreciate the stance that they have the lantern because there's a lot that hold out straight like this, where I think the Plague Doctor holds it more naturally on how somebody would actually hold it. This one I would say it's like a 4. I think it's a good theme. It can go... It's not necessarily... 3.5. It's not necessarily Halloween, but it's more Halloween than what we've seen so far, except for the Headless Horseman.
I like it. Of course, we're not gonna get it because it's not a clown.
Right.
But I think it looks really nice. I can't wait to see what it does. Let's see what everybody.
I also do wish, one thing I do want to point out real quick, because I again, maybe it's a 4, 3.5 to 4, somewhere in there. The one thing I don't like about this is that I really wish that these companies, I know that this one I believe is, or I believe this one is made by SVI. I wish that they would start looking at how real tattered clothing looks and stop doing these triangle cuts at the bottom of stuff. It doesn't look, it looks like a costume to me. And that takes away from any kind of scarability, I think, when you look at it at the bottom of his outfit. And also his outfit, at least in this picture, looks to be cheap plastic. Like like one of those like plastic. Yeah, like Mr. Dark's material.
All right, let me get into subscriber voting. Haunted Ghoul gave it 4 skulls. Ben Sampson 4. Knox Haunts 5. Ashley W 10. Justin Boy 4. Animatronic 2010 Haunter 5. Animatronic Guy 2. Gaming with the Gravejacker 4. Burgerman 10. Squirrel Gone Wild 4. JB Holidays 4. And House of Doom 5. Amazing. Love it.
Yeah, I really do think that this one is one of the best ones that they've done. I do want to talk real quick. I saw that House of Doom said a 12-foot skeleton doesn't make sense, but a 12-foot clown does. No, a 12-foot clown doesn't make sense either, but we have 2 of them. Amy, do you want to talk about the 12-foot clown love you got?
What do you mean?
You love the 12-foot
Oh, I love it. Yeah. We did everything we could to be one of the first ones to get that and get it out on YouTube. Absolutely love it. We have 2. We were debating on changing it into a girl, have a boy and a girl, or getting rid of it. We don't know yet.
Yeah. So, okay.
Next one.
Yep. This is a ripoff of a Distortions prop. Well, kind of. I mean, realistically, couldn't we say that the Distortions prop is a ripoff of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Because that's where I think we first kind of saw these trees that have faces on them. I don't see the big deal on this. I mean, and also, like, for some reason, the seam that they have going from each part that you build it with is very distinct, and it clearly has some form of 3D moss on it. It would have been a lot less visible if either they made that seam look natural with some of those wood grooves, or if they put some moss around to hide it. I'm not really a fan of it. This looks like it's just a step up of those grandma props, right? The little kids that are like, boo! Yeah, let's get those trees out there with the spooky faces. 2. 2.5, maybe because of the height. Oh.
All right, Wicked Weatherman 2. Ashley said trash. Knox Haunts 3. Juice Tim Boy 4. Skulls. Scroll Gone Wild 4. And Jaden 3 skulls.
Yeah, I'm maybe even leaning towards a 1 or 1.5. It's just not. It's not. There's nothing that is really like, ooh, I gotta have it. I don't think anybody feels like I gotta have this one, except maybe Burger Man.
Oh, we already saw that.
We saw the. Wait. I want to see here. Can we? I'm trying to. Sorry, I'm looking in the background to see what else is back there. Gravedigger, which is a different Gravedigger from the years past. There's like a. If you guys look up in this section, in that back purple room, there's like a Nosferatu type of vampire, which I wish that they would have shown more of. Way back there, his face is being blocked by the Plague Doctor right now. I believe it may be visible in one of the other pictures, but yeah, we already talked about this guy. Stanky Frankie. I liked. I know that this is a Universal Monsters one. I don't know. Face wise, doesn't really look like Boris to me, the actor that played Frankenstein. I kind of liked the one from Party City more last year. Yeah, it was kind of like I don't know. I guess I need to see the Party City one again.
You did see the video that I sent you of this though, right?
I don't remember.
He is Servo and he's like moving his head around and all of
This
that.
would be the one time I would say a prop doesn't need to be servo. He's stiff. He's made of dead body parts.
True.
He should be more not servo. This is the one prop you don't put servo in. And then also over his shoulder on the other side, you can see that there is a reaper there with a big sickle, and that sickle is planted in the ground, but the reaper kind of floats on it. That's also, I think that's a Beastcraft ripoff back there. And that one is like super obvious it's a ripoff because the Beastcraft sickle or scythe, whatever you call it, has these notches on it that are literally in the same exact location as this one. The hands are pretty much trying to be identical to it. I'm talking more about that thing than I am about Stanky Frankie. I do like Frankenstein props. I do like props that are more traditional, especially the more that we see like crazy, creepy dolls and pirates and stuff like that. So props to them for bringing this, and props to them for doing it with the Universal Monsters license to it. I just don't know if servo would have been needed on this. Again, I like the kind of the Frankenstein from... I remember liking the Frankenstein from Party City more last year than how I feel about this. But again, there's a lot of perks to it. It is Halloween. It is a licensed Frankenstein, so they can actually use the name Frankenstein. I'd give it like a 4. I could see a lot of people wanting this. And it would go well in multiple... You could put this in a graveyard. You could put this in a laboratory. You could just have it in front by your door if you don't really decorate. This one, I would give it like a 4, I think.
All right. Ben Sampson gave it a 4. Holiday Central 4. House of Doom 4. Burger Man 10. Wicked Weatherman. Oh no, that's for the Reaper. Jaden a 2. Animatronic Guy a 2. Mr. Halloween Dude a 3. Golden Embers a 2.
So one thing that Jaden said is that the face is way too plain and the costume looks like trash. And that's the thing I was noticing as well. It looks... The costume looks cheap, and the face just... That's the thing that kind of sucks about licensing, is that you have to make it look like what you're licensing. The one from Party City, they could be creative with it because they didn't have the Frankenstein license. You see what I'm saying? So they can make it look how they wanted it to look. This one with that actual license, it's supposed to look like Frankenstein. And in my opinion, it looks more like Herman Munster. All right, what's next?
That's it.
Oh, that was the last one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So overall, what are your thoughts?
I think that Home Depot had way better years.
Yeah. What are their thoughts?
I don't know yet. Oh, we can ask them in a second. I was just saying that I think that Home Depot has had way better years. I do not see Home Depot being in the top 3 of the big box stores. I think that I'm excited to see what Spirit still has to bring. I have a feeling that Spirit will beat Home Depot with their lineup. We've seen stuff from... there were leaks, but I didn't really like dive into them. But what we did see, way better from Lowe's. Party City we haven't seen yet, but I'm sure it's going to be better. Big Lots may even be dropping something that's going to be better. This looked like a Big Lots lineup to me. That's what it is. That tree. There was like no imagination in it. There was no creativity in at least the pictures that they've released so far. I've heard that the Nosferatu prop that was in that background there, that it is really awesome. I haven't seen any pictures of it because again, I'm not diving into leaks like that. That Beastcraft ripoff, it might be really good for folks that are not going to drop the, $3,000, $4,000 that Beastcraft was, but which, hey, I'm all for. So, that one I'm sure is a little bit cooler. I just feel like they showcased what they decided to release was not their best, and I'm not excited about their lineup at all, to be honest with you. Don't know how you guys are feeling. That is not the real one. That is somebody that we know, by the way.
Okay, everyone's. Ashley said something earlier.
Yeah, that's not the real Russ McCamey, guys. You notice that Halloween Haunter isn't typing around the same time? Either that or I'm sure it's like Hamburger Hospital. I don't remember who had it, but somebody has that Russ McCamey one. They've popped in here before. Yeah, I'm not really excited about the Home Depot lineup. I don't know about you guys. Does anybody feel like Home Depot with this lineup is going to be the talk of the town when it comes to Halloween stuff this year? I don't see any of those things seem like anybody's running to grab that stuff. What do you feel, Amy? You don't want to. Do you feel like any of those Home Depot pieces were something you just have to run and go get?
Absolutely not. Sorry, I didn't. I was reading the chat. No, not at all. I definitely think there's going to be a lot more coming out that is going to beat it, I'm sure. Like
from other stores, you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is not like, every time we see stuff from like Party City or Spirit, it's like, we got to have it,
Right.
And I'm sure that they're going to be releasing their halfway to Halloween here very soon. And we're going to get
excited for that.
Yeah. Like, I just have a feeling that it's going to be so much better.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed in Home Depot this year.
Yeah. In my opinion, it doesn't hit the mark. It doesn't have me excited for any of their stuff, really. You know what I thought about, though? Last year, there was a hit in a very weird meme-ish way. And it was that stupid pumpkin. I'm not a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Lewis, right? Do you think that Target is going to try to do like a Lewis Part 2 this year?
I would love that, though. I loved it. It was so cute. It was so cute.
We're not getting a damn Lewis, Amy.
We're not. I don't want it, but it was cute.
Animatronic guy said Techie wasn't at the Home Depot convention. That's how I think Halloween costumes has better stuff this year, he said. Yeah, I don't know what Home Depot's thinking. I think either you love or hate Home Depot. It's very niche. THD. Okay, so like THD 3000, right? For me, I didn't get it at first, but I loved the facial movement and all of that stuff, right? THD 3000, way better than any of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Other than maybe the Plague Doctor. I just think majority of the stuff is very Big Lots-ish. Mm-hmm. It just seems like a Big Lots rollout. So, yeah. What did you guys think? Well, they're talking about it, mm-hmm. right? Plague Doctor and Horseman, I like. Animatronic 2010 Haunter says, "I see my drawing." Where is he? I just hung up a bunch of these, so I don't remember.
Up there to the left, right above you.
Oh, yep. But yeah, I know they got more stuff, but what they're showing so far, it doesn't have me excited for their other stuff. So,
All right, let's get it.
all right, so
We talked about Dark Hour.
yeah, we kind of talked about a thing, right? We're gonna be at East Coast. We're gonna be at Midwest.
East Coast is gonna be in.
East Coast is gonna be in what?
At the end of April,
End of April.
the 28th and the 29th. So East Coast is going to be April 28th and 29th, I believe. In Pennsylvania.
That's a weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that where it
I
is?
don't know.
And we will be there. 12 and under is free to get in.
So
It
I
is-
am gonna dress up like I'm 11.
It is open to the public. Everyone can join, everyone can come. So please, please, please come out. It's going to be amazing. It's the very first East Coast Haunters convention. We are going to have some awesome giveaways for you guys. Again, like he mentioned earlier, Savannah said, come up to us. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
We welcome anyone and everyone to come up and say hi.
Mr. Halloween Dude, who has been, by the way, is a member of our channel, which, if you want to be a member of our channel, it's really, really simple. I believe it's down where the super chat section is. If you become a member, you actually are helping us out on a monthly basis to continue these lives, continue to go to these events where we can live stream for you, where we can bring back all of our goodies for giveaways, where we can make videos. We have a lot of videos that we've been planning lately, which that reminds me we should have went to Home Depot or Lowe's so that we could finish up that prop downstairs. We have a prop that we're working on that is gonna take a while, but he is a member, and you can also become a member. It is a small piece that you can pay on a monthly basis, and you get perks out of it too. So far we have dropped only one, and it was very small, member only video. We will be doing a member only live. I think we need to do one next week. Member only live. And I think we're gonna play a game. I'm not sure which game yet, but I think we're gonna play a game. And then you also get special emojis as well, and you get to you get special access to Discord servers that nobody else has, and then also like you get the perks of knowing that you're helping us out to continue to do this on a regular basis with you guys. So thank you, Mr. Halloween Dude, for being a jokester for 1 month. You can see it right under his name there. It shows that he's been a jokester for a month.
Let me go ahead and put up the members slide that I have.
Sure.
But it's going to be, I'm going to fix it. So hold on. Let me.
But what do you mean?
Oh, it works. It works.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, I thought.
Well, kind of works. What's that line in front of the Halloween King?
What do you mean? Oh.
And it went away.
Hold on. Let me.
You need
I
to do
won't
it
be able-
again.
No, I will. Members. I'll have to fix that. But.
So right now we have Carnies, Jokesters, and Jesters. The Carnies are the highest ranking that you can get with us, and that is, want to say thank you to all of you, but we're going to start with the Carnies: Brick Thunder, Dat Halloween Person, Wicked Weatherman, Jaden the Haunter, Glingus Hans, Alicia Rykel, and Rojas 02. The Jokesters are the Halloween King, Ashley W, and Mr. Halloween Dude. Right now we have no Jesters. No Jesters.
Jaden the Haunter said special Discord, you say?
Yeah, if you go into our server, Jaden, you will see that there is member-only server, member-only
Group chat.
channels on the server. So that is correct. We also need to bring you guys some more emojis too, like more. Yeah, you can see that Jaden, and you want to click on Ashley's name real quick so we can. You guys can see right here. there's some special emojis that you guys can't do if you're not a member. And we're going to do a whole bunch more that you guys will enjoy. Enjoy. Look, this one's old school right here, buddy.
Oh, the Punkinator.
Punkinator. Rest in peace to the Punkinator.
I actually found 2 pins downstairs today.
2 Punkinator pins?
2 Punkinator pins.
We need to bring one up
We
here.
need to get more pins.
We do, but we also need different designs.
Yeah. Maybe we'll bust those out at
this is
East
another
Coast.
thing too, real quick. Amy and I have discussed this. We have a lot of merchandise below, guys. A lot. And you might want to buy it all up real quick because sometime in the next couple weeks or month, a lot of that merch is going to be taken down. What we're going to do is we're going to pretty much have 1 or 2 designs that are there, a staple, that are there all of the time. And then we will be doing a new monthly limited edition shirt or what have you that will only be available for a month. So 12 new designs a year. So you can get the solidified, the shield or what have you, like this guy right here. And then we will have some other ones that are only there for a month, stickers and all that stuff. So we will only be doing, I think, 3 or maybe 4 designs max coming up here in the next couple weeks. So step on it if you see anything you like, because there's no guarantee it's going to be around anymore.
All right, next up is we kind of talked about TikTok earlier.
Yeah, so we went live on TikTok at Transworld just to see what it was like. We got a lot of love on there. We got a bunch of new followers on TikTok. A bunch of people have been asking us to go live more on TikTok. So we're not sure. We're still deciding if we're going to do like a dual live where you guys could still watch us here, and if someone's on TikTok or prefers TikTok, be able to watch the same live on TikTok. However, I personally think that we should do 2 separate shows.
Yeah, I think someone voted earlier, and they said that they would prefer having it separate.
Shows.
Having this, because this one is more, I feel like on YouTube, this is more like, like these are our people, and they're the ones that have been here for a long period of time. And they're watching it with us the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go through it with us.
Right.
They learn.
They know us.
Right.
They know us. Whereas TikTok, it's like these are random people every 2 minutes.
Right.
So I think that this is more, hanging out with their friends.
This is for like our established clique.
Yeah.
And that's more of like a, hey, we'll show off an animatronic or something. Like that's the thing, is I'm not really sure what the whole TikTok piece will be. We went live on TikTok when we went through a haunted house. And we also did it live on TikTok when we went to Transworld. But I'm not sure what else we like, showcasing animatronics.
Well,
I guess.
It's so
or
weird.
Like, what would we just talk? I don't know.
I think you can show your all the props that we have out, all the different.
We don't have a bunch of props out. We got
have
1,
some.
2, 3. Everything else is in a box.
It'd be fine. I'm sure there's.
Just keep showing the same 3.
No, I think we could. We'll just give it a try. See what happens.
Yeah.
Golden Ember said, "How do you feel about TikTok possibly getting banned in the U.S.?"
I don't really care either way. 2 things. So one, and I did some research on this, right? People are talking about, oh, China controls TikTok and blah, 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 blah. No, actually, the owner of TikTok is a Singapore citizen, and Singapore is not China. Right? It's actually like kind of racist for you to consider that people from Singapore are Chinese. So that's part 1. Part 2, they were like, oh, they don't want China to have all of your information. Bro, the United States has already taken all of our information. Just to sign up on YouTube, you got to give them way too much access than you really should be giving them. So it's a choice that you make. Do you want to be on TikTok? Do you want to watch videos or broadcast on there? Then you are making that choice. Do you not want to? And you say, hey, I don't want another country to have access to find out who I'm texting or what my photos are or whatever. Then don't download the app. Right? But first off, a lot of American people, if we're just talking about our country, have made a lot of money on TikTok. And if we were to take that away, that's kind of like taking away thousands of jobs. It's just like shutting down a freaking Amazon facility or something. Like, what is the difference with that? I mean, every single thing that we purchase is made in China anyway. Or like majority of it is made in China anyway. You don't think that they learn who's purchasing stuff? You know, Amazon, they got stuff coming directly from China to your house. You don't think that this person buys this and da-da-da-da-da. So.
Sorry, I was testing out. I think Golden Embers. Golden Embers, for some reason.
It's only his for some reason.
It's only his. Like, that was the same one from last time, right? Mm-hmm. For some reason, I cannot fix it. Everybody else is working. All right, final Q&A.
Yeah, let's do a final Q&A.
All right.
Man, let me ask you something.
You want to know something about me? Ask me. I'm right here. What you want to know?
Alrighty, guys. It's going to be our final Q&A. If you learned something from this live, then ask something about that maybe we didn't get to. Or if you're like, hey, you know what? I just want to ask a random question. Go ahead. But it's getting a little late. I know it's I don't even know what time it is. 9:30?
It's bedtime.
I was going to say, a lot of you people got work and school in the morning. So we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to maybe answer 3 or 4 questions. So if you want us to answer your question, you can @ the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. But again, if you want us to guarantee that we answer your question, go ahead and send over that super chat. That super chat may help me convince Amy to get the Terrifier bench.
Oh, okay, that. But I did want to quickly mention, so we are going to be doing a lot of giveaways. Somebody asked at the very beginning of the live.
It is not going to be tonight. We're going to do it on one of our weekend ones.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a lot. Just so you guys know, this thing probably weighs... This thing's like 20-something pounds, dude.
A lot of catalogs.
And that's just this one.
A lot of catalogs. We still have the Wormies.
Catalogs, Wormies, bracelets, cups.
Film that.
We have stickers. We got a shirt from Dark Hour.
Yep, we got that.
We can give away a Dark Hour shirt.
It is a adult small, so.
Yes. So, and it is very similar to the one I'm wearing. Mine looks a little more orange.
Yeah.
And mine doesn't say haunted house on it, does it? Oh, yes, it does. It was just tucked under my tits.
Oh my god.
No, but mine says Plano, Texas. This one doesn't.
No.
And this one has a blank back. Mine says
Dark Hour.
Dark Hour and all that on my back. But we have a Dark Hour shirt.
I think we have like 5 Wormies or 6 Wormies.
We have a whole bunch. We have stickers from different haunters. And then one of the things, so when you beat the haunted house yesterday, they gave you buttons. So we have a bunch of buttons as well. And then we also have... grab one of these. We also have these... a whole bunch of these pumpkin lights. I don't know if it will light... You can see it lights up. Whole bunch of these pumpkin lights. These are made out of metal that we got from Transworld. We figured something like this could be in someone's room, or even if you wanted to put it outside, it can kind of go with almost any theme. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these guys to give away that, again, light up. So we'll probably be doing that this weekend.
Yeah.
Or this weekend, we said we were doing a members only live, so it might be the next weekend.
Well, I want to talk to you about it. What I think we should do is, and I got to look at our schedule. I think we're going to be able to do it on Friday. Oh, no, we won't be able to do it Friday. We might have to do it Sunday again. But what I think we should do is like maybe 30 minutes before our regular live, we do a members live with just our members, or maybe an hour, but maybe 30 minutes before.
Maybe an hour.
Yeah, like an hour.
Because if we're going to play
minutes.
a game,
Yeah,
it needs to be an hour.
Okay. So we do that before, then go into our normal live with everybody else.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but then we can do the giveaway.
Or vice versa.
I think it should be before. All right. Where are the 4 questions? Oh, House of Doom said your shirts are super awesome, by the way.
Oh, right on. Yes, we gave some Savannah. Do you have that picture of us meeting?
I can find
Canon?
it. Let me find it.
And he's going to pull that up for us real quick.
And then also, Canon, you did get a hat, a pretty dope Psychotic Circus of Savannah
Very,
hat.
very cool Psychotic
Are you okay?
Psychotic Circus of Savannah hat that, to be honest, I don't even have. And I'm like the king of hats.
Oh, I
So,
think
I'm gonna have to order one.
Animatronic Guy 2010 or Animatronic 2010 also got
A hat?
the hat. His mom just sent me a photo.
I need
They
to get
just
it.
got it. It looks so good.
I need to get one because I don't have one, to be honest, and I need one.
Are you talking about? Hold on.
Talking about the hat.
Oh, no, I'm talking the photo. Do you want me to
Yeah,
that one or?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let me move this over.
Amy's pulling up the photo of when we met Cannon. We gave him, we had a backpack with his name on it that we gave him, and it had, we gave him a signed poster,
I also have
stickers.
I have a photo of the items. Hold on one second. I can pull that up. Let me come over here. And oh, I can't do that there.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna dance while Amy pulls it up, or I'll read some of your stuff. Jaden said, "Where the hats at? Where the hats at? Where the hats at? It's on our store down below." Boop. Oh yeah, here. You want to show him this one first,
Yeah.
and then we'll show the other one where we met him.
We already showed the one.
Wait, you didn't give him? We didn't give him one of the stickers from, like this sticker.
No, because I didn't. Wait. I don't know. Maybe we did. I think this was an old.
Oh, that picture was before we had these stickers.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah. I can't see what we're looking at though, because.
Oh.
Can't you just minimize that? Why am I like way over in this corner? Am I cut off over here?
Oh my God.
What is going on?
I can't do that. There. It can't do that. Just that's how.
Am I just cut off? Like, am I
do you
even
want me
seen?
to fix you?
I don't. Well, I don't know how big this window is. It's like not showing.
There.
Yeah. So.
There.
All right. So, this way. Okay. He got the Good Guys hat, which is from Chucky or Child's Play. Got the We All Float Down Here hat, which is Pennywise. The Killer Clowns hat. Gave him a Spirit hat. The one in the middle is the Psychotic Circus of Savannah hat. He got 2 shirts, a white t-shirt and a black t-shirt. Oh, he has a sticker that on the bill up there of the Psychotic Circus of Savannah hat is a sticker. But he got a black t-shirt as well as a white t-shirt, a backpack in the middle that has his name on it, a poster, and then we even got him some custom M&Ms that had our logo on it. And
A cookie that has.
oh yeah, we didn't bring a cookie up here to show.
Oh yeah.
An amazing cookie from Jacked Up Builds that just looks like our logo. We'll have to show it on the next one. So glad that you enjoyed the shirt. He said it's the only white shirt that he got. That's good though. Need to switch it up sometimes. I wear a lot of black shirts, so it's always good to have a colored shirt, a white shirt, something like that in there. All right, let's get to those question.
All right. Question number 1. Remember there are 4. First
right.
one. Knox Haunts. Would you eat ketchup with pizza?
Hell no, that's disgusting. Who does that? What is wrong with you? That is gross. And I'll eat pineapple on pizza, but ketchup? No way. Matter of fact, I don't even like eating pizza when it's like cheap microwavable pizza, because sometimes their tomato sauce, like their pizza sauce, tastes like ketchup to me. No, that's disgusting. I don't eat ketchup with a lot of things, to be honest, though. Like, I prefer mustard. You guys saw me brush my teeth with mustard.
All right, next question. Ryan Drummond. How psychotic is your circus?
First off, what's up, Ryan? It's very psychotic. I do say that last year our haunt was the scariest haunt
Yeah, definitely.
because it burned down. It is very psychotic, as you can tell. I mean, if you just look at all of this artwork from the different subscribers we've had, this is like maybe 0.5% of what goes on in my brain when building our haunt. So, great question.
Speaking of, we forgot to mention a huge thing that happened at Transworld. You got to meet Sonic.
That is correct. So, Ryan, guys, he probably, how do we know he wants us to say that?
Oh, I don't know.
You could have just said the experience. You didn't have to say who it was.
I'm not going to say the other things that he's voice acted in.
Oh.
I don't want him to get bombarded.
Yeah.
But Ryan was at Transworld and found out through conversation that he voiced the first voices for Sonic the Hedgehog from when I was a kid. And when he told me this, he did a Sonic the Hedgehog, the voice. I almost said impression, but it wouldn't be an impression. It was him. And I immediately turned into like a 9-year-old kid. It was like, oh my goodness. It was so, again, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. It was, oh, he says it's okay.
Oh, you gotta tell
Okay,
them.
so-
You gotta tell them.
We met Ryan. Awesome, awesome, awesome guy. We find out that he was the voice of Sonic, but he also was the voice of a bunch of spirit animatronics, including Grimm, Uncle Charlie, Nozzles. Who else, Amy? A whole bunch. And I'm gonna try to get Ryan on our podcast so we can kind
Yes.
of roll down that with him. And
So cool though. So
it was
so
it
cool.
was crazy hearing him do the voices and everything like that. It was super dope. It was probably one of my highlights. I didn't necessarily want to talk about me turning into a fangirl on here, Amy. Now you got me blushing on the live. Appreciate that. But yeah, it is very psychotic here.
All right. So, question number 3. All right. Terror at Merrimack Grove Haunt. Are you excited more about East Coast Haunters Convention or Midwest?
Ooh, great question. Great question. Amy, I'm going to let you answer first and then I will answer.
That's a hard one.
It is, but I have an answer. I have a distinct answer for this.
You do. Okay, for me, I don't think I can pick one over the other, honestly.
Because you haven't been to either one?
Well, that, but East Coast, I know there's a lot of subscribers that are going to be there that we'll get to meet. There's a lot of fellow YouTubers that will be there. And at Midwest, I know that obviously we get to hang out with Brick Thunder and his family, which we're really close with. And I don't know. I'm excited about both. We're going to both.
For me, I'm excited for both. Have never been to Midwest. I've never been to East. This is the first year that East Coast Haunters is being held, and that's part of the reason I'm very excited. I don't want to say more excited because I'm excited for both of them, but I'm anticipating it a bit more because when it's the first year, it can be amazing or it could be a shit show. And I'm down for either one, dude. I'm going to experience either one wholeheartedly. And if it is absolute disaster, freaking dumpster fire, I'm there for it and I'm embracing it. And if it's amazing, that's great too. I'm embracing it. But because it's the first year and I'll be able to say, hey, we went to the very first one, is really cool and really special. Midwest is also going to be an awesome time. Again, a bunch of subscribers and fellow haunters are going to be there. That's really cool. Midwest is a bit bigger from my understanding because it's built up for so much. But Midwest also, you know, you just had Transworld, and Midwest is 3 hours away from where Transworld was, whereas East Coast is complete, you know, hours and hours and hours and hours away, days away. I think you're going to get a lot of new people that have never gone to any convention, which I'm really excited for. So for me, it's kind of I think East Coast kind of edges it out for me.
All right. Question number 3, and remember we have 4, is Halloween Collector, will you unbox sutures on your next Friday's live?
We totally could.
Which also, we're not going live Friday. We have plans Friday, but it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday.
But
So
we
just
totally
FYI.
could. Now that I have the motor, thanks to our good friend Brick Thunder, which I don't know why he has 2, now that I think about it. But I'm just glad that he did have 2, because this is the actual sutures motor. It is not a motor that comes from a similar prop and that it just has to be plugged in. So this is going to be amazing to be able to see, because we've never been able to unbox it or see him in complete working action. So it'll be exciting.
We have 2 more questions that we're going to ask. Number 1 is from House of Doom. What charity are you thinking about raising money for in years to come?
I would really like to do something with I don't know the name of the charity just yet, but I want to do something to help the victims of sexual crimes, whether it be kids or family or who have you. I mean, when those things go down, a lot of people think about the person it happened to, which is, by all means, of course, you need to think about that, but it affects everybody. It affects the brother or the sister of the person that happened to, the father or the mother of the person, the friends and cousins. It affects everybody, and I don't think that everybody really understands that. And so I would want to do something that would help in making those people feel heard and comfortable, and get them to somehow build trust in humanity again, because that's hard to do when people go through something like that. So and that is also something that is very close to home for me, and which is part of the reason why I tell you guys all the time to watch who you talk to online, bro, because there are some creepers. Make sure your parents know who you're talking to. Don't give out your info. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it would be something like that. So,
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to elaborate more on it. Uncomfortable.
All right. Next question. Last question. So this is requiring. So this is the.
Who's it from?
Question from Black Jack Radar. How are you able to get so many animatronics and other stuff like no problem?
Like no problem. Meaning,
I think, and I don't know, but I think what
so Amy's gonna kind of reword your question. If it's inaccurate, please correct us. If it is accurate, let us know as well. But what do you think that they're saying, Amy?
well, I think that animatronics are very expensive. We know this, and I think that it's hard for people to go out and just buy whatever props that they want. Let's say Party City comes out with 3 and Spirit Halloween comes out with 4 that we want. I can see what they're saying. How are you able to get so many?
So I don't it's two separate things. So the first piece, and if they pop up and correct that question, please interrupt me and let me know. But when I first got into collecting animatronics, I was able to get quite a bit two separate ways. One of them was I had sold a collection of old video games that I had for years. And because now everything is on a ROM, I didn't necessarily need the physical copies, but those physical copies hold a lot of value in a collector's market. So I was able to sell a lot of those and get a very large amount of money from them, and invested in I say invested, but I started purchasing animatronics. The other thing is I on a regular basis search Facebook Marketplace, eBay, OfferUp. I don't really search Macari much because I think the people there put their prices way too high. But I search for used animatronics. If they don't work, I will fix them. And then the other piece to that is I travel the country for work. I work my butt off. I am the kind of person that says, hey, if I want something, the only person that's stopping me from getting it is me. So I work my butt off. But with doing that, I travel the country. And if I travel the country, I'm able to see if there's used animatronics in other parts of the country, which some places you go to and you'll see an animatronic and it will be $100 there, and you might go to another location in the country and that same animatronic on an average is going at $350. It's a bit strange, but it's just the luck of the draw with that. And then when it comes to new animatronics, I don't really spend a lot of money throughout the year on Amy and I don't go on lavish vacations all of the time, or, we don't drive the newest of cars all of the time. And so we kind of save up for around the beginning of summertime, knowing that a bunch of stuff is going to drop. If that was what your question was. So saving, working hard and earning, and then also spending wisely. There are props that I wanted that I haven't gotten before. So, there's that piece to it as well. What were you going to say, Amy?
Oh, nothing. I was going to move on to the one more thing I was going to say before you wrap up. Golden Embers mentioned we're only 1.4 subscribers until we hit 15K, which we will be giving away a prop. We're giving away an animatronic when we hit 15K.
Yeah, so guys, we are 1.4. Dude, great. Thank you so much, Golden Embers. We are almost at the time where we're going to be giving away an animatronic. A brand new 2024 animatronic we could probably do. Yeah. Right? So share and tell folks, subscribe, and, I'll tell you one place where we really don't have any kind of acknowledgement is on Reddit. I don't know if any of you guys post on Reddit, but that's the one place where it seems like nobody knows who we are. Because we have Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, and TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that. But you guys, share, share, share. Tell people at work, hey, check it out. I just saw this, or I just whatever. And hopefully they'll check it out. You know, show other people in your family that are into Halloween. And also, the more that you guys watch our videos, the more that you like those videos, the more that you comment on those videos, the more that it will help us out in the algorithm, and we can get people to like faster so that we can do bigger and bigger and bigger giveaways. Because 15,000 right around the corner, and we're going to be doing an animatronic. And then imagine what we're going to do at 20. Imagine what we're going to do at 30. Amy, when we hit 50,000, what are we going to do?
We'll have to think about it.
What about when we hit 100,000?
Yeah.
What about when we hit 1 million? Amy, what do you think? I don't think we'll ever hit 1 million. I don't think we'll ever hit 100,000. I don't think we'll ever hit 20,000. But I didn't think we were ever going to get to what we're at now. But so I'm appreciative for all of you guys. Mm-hmm. But because also I feel like this is different than like normal YouTubers. Like I feel like this is like,
We're all family hanging out.
yeah, and I feel like it's like real as opposed to like other people who are like,
Hey guys, check it out. Yeah, this is YouTube world. YouTube.
I don't feel like I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I almost like hate that term. Like I don't feel like I'm a YouTuber. I feel like I'm just talking to my friends about what we've done or what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Pro animatronic at 100K, brand new haunted house at 1 mil.
Whatever.
Bro, you know what?
No, maybe pro animatronic at 1 mil. That would be.
Well, it depends on. Dude, we could drop like a 2,500 one at 100,000, bro. That's 10 times bigger than what we are now. That's like Jaden the Gemmy collector money.
Tara on Tamarack said Amy. I mean Tara on Merrimack Grove Haunt said Amy we will hit 10K. Remember that? Remember that?
It says it, yeah, right. That one says Amy we will hit 10K. This one says Amy we will hit 10K. We need to start doing Amy we will hit 15K.
All right.
Matter of fact, hashtag that. Amy we will hit 15K. Didn't we have a... What the frick? This cat just...
Come here, kitty cat. Come here, kitty cat.
Hello.
I just knocked over the camera. Meow.
Okay. Kitty.
He almost fall in that box.
Yes. All right.
All right, so Amy, we will hit 15K. Hashtag Amy, we will hit 15K. What was I going to say?
What was that?
Oh, stay hydrated.
Stop.
Dude, freaking cat. Stay hydrated. This is the official Psychotic Circus of Savannah Stanley Cup. I just put a sticker on a cup. But stay hydrated. Water is your best friend. It gets rid of headaches, body aches, depression. Just stay hydrated. Anytime that you feel like you're hungry, drink a cup of water and wait like 5 minutes. Most of the time that hunger is going to go away. And this is a big dude saying that. So take my advice. Don't drink Shamrock shakes. And also, bullies suck, bro. You guys know this. If you are a bully, stop it. It doesn't make you look cool. And if you see bullying, step up and tell somebody, dude, that's not cool. Chill out. If you yourself are being bullied, go and please talk to a parent, a friend, somebody at school or work, and just be super real and vulnerable about that situation. Nobody deserves to be bullied, and you deserve so much more. All right? We love you guys all. As always, happy haunts.